Hey everybody, welcome to the Fantasy Matters podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Nicholson, and as always, I'm joined by my son, Mr. Brendan Nicholson.
We cover matchups of the week, who starts and who sits, games to watch, who's balling and who's falling, and a waiver wire. Welcome to Fantasy Matters.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Fantasy Matters Fantasy Football Podcast, Season 4, Episode 8. This week, we're going to be looking at the matchups for Week 4. So me and Brendan are going to kind of figure out who we want to start, who we want to sit, and maybe help you out with your lineups as well. How you doing, man?
Good.
Doing good? Mm-hmm. Usually we start with the injuries. Want to get into it? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Injuries in Week 3 that's impacting Week 4. Derrick Carr, sprained AC joint. He's out. He's out for a few weeks.
What is the AC joint? What's that?
Right. That's that.
Oh, you need that.
You need that, especially if you're a quarterback. You definitely need that. So Jameis Winston's up. He should play for a few weeks.
Oh.
The worst injury of the week. Mike Williams, wide receiver for the Chargers, torn ACL. Yeah. He's out for the year. Terrible because he was coming on. He was
tearing me up.
Exactly. He had a big week. Gus Edwards, a running back for the Ravens. He's in the concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Couple concussions actually. Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver for the Panthers. He's in a concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
A late addition, Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the concussion protocol as well.
Dang.
Hopefully he plays, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I know injuries is normally bad news, but some good news on the injury front.
Uh-oh.
Nick Chubb. They said it's not as bad as we thought. Not as bad as it looked Monday night.
So he didn't do
He tore his MCL. Initially, there was like he tore his ACL, possibly MCL, and his PCL because it was a big hit.
Yeah, all the L's.
Yeah, all the L's. But they said he just tore his MCL. So the recovery time is not as long. And they don't think the ACL is torn, so the recovery time might not be as bad as well. So pretty good news.
Uh-oh.
And also, for folks that drafted Alvin Kamara, the suspension's done. It's time for old boy to get started. He's going to roll Week 4.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad I played the team who has him Week 3. I was like, oh, God. But yeah, Alvin Kamara is back from suspension. Those are the injuries for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we got. You want to start with the quarterbacks?
Yep.
All right, so what we do is we just pick like a small number of players in each position, and that kind of guides the discussion because we always end up talking about more than what's on the list. So that seems to work out for us, so that's what we'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Our first quarterback, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah.
I think he's off to a great start. So I guess the big question is, would you start him against the Steelers?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I would too. He's off to a good start. A lot of people thought he was going to be the best of the 3 rookie quarterbacks coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was. I felt like he was in the best situation and he posed the less risk. So I ain't really surprised, but I'm glad he's doing well. Last week, he was 20 for 30, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. And they beat Jacksonville. So Steelers get to the quarterback, but he's played a couple tough defenses. I'd put him out there. I would definitely start him. Dak Prescott against the Patriots.
How you feel about your boys?
I'm not starting him Week 4. I am not starting him. I figured it out. I got it straight. I figured it out.
What happened? What'd you figure out? Purdy?
Yeah.
I told you.
Purdy's more reliable. So in our draft, I took Dak Prescott early, but I took Brock Purdy with my last pick in the last round. But Purdy in that offense, I didn't play him Thursday night because I didn't like the Thursday night game. It seemed like that game is always kind of iffy. So I was like, nah, I'm going to sit him. So he outscored Dak Prescott 43-33. I'm not making that mistake again. Luckily, I won. It didn't really cost me, but nah, I'm not. It's Purdy. It's Purdy until his bye week, and I'll start Prescott. But that's how I'm doing it. But I wouldn't play him against New England, though. Nah, not at all. Staying in that same game, what about Mac Jones playing against the Cowboys?
Yeah.
You would start him?
Yeah, they look iffy.
Really?
You let Arizona drop 28.
It was kind of surprising how bad the Cowboys were defensively. Yeah, that surprised me.
I don't know if they're gonna allow that again.
Right.
But from what I've seen, 28 is crazy coming from Arizona.
Right. I agree with you. It looked like, I guess you can say they missed Diggs that much.
Yeah.
With him not locking down his one side of the field. But yeah, I still don't like Mac Jones against the Cowboys. Nah, I don't really.
He throw a lot though.
Yeah, all right, so they playing at Dallas.
Oh.
It's a little different vibe.
Yeah.
I just feel like I get the Cowboys the benefit of the doubt because they playing at home. But I mean, just because we disagree don't mean we right or wrong. I mean, that's why we do this. But yeah, I wouldn't start him. But hey, man, if you feel good, I mean, I can't argue with that. But this next one's kind of crazy, though, man. I had a hard time putting it on the list, but I feel good about it. Lamar Jackson at the Browns. It's really no situation where you would not start Lamar Jackson, but I think it's more of a situation where we get to talk about the Browns' defense more so than Lamar Jackson, because the Browns' defense is, man, it's good. To me, like, it's getting to the point in fantasy where it's like at least two defenses I can think of that you want to avoid in fantasy, and that's the 49ers and the Browns. I wouldn't start anybody on my team against those two defenses. I would just get other options. But, I mean, if I had Lamar Jackson, I would probably start him, though, with all that being said. Yeah. How about you? You don't know?
I'll start him.
You start him?
Yeah.
It's hard to sit him because you're a couple runs and, you know, they break containment a couple times and you right back in it as far as fantasy points for the week. So that's a good one, though. Let's jump down to the running backs.
Sit him.
Brian Robinson Jr. at the Eagles. What'd you say?
Sit.
Agreed. And I have Robinson Jr. on my squad, but nah, I'm not messing with that. I want no parts of that game. No parts of that game. Because the Commanders, you saw the Bills pretty much just dismantled them. So that kind of tells me from a fantasy standpoint that they struggle with good teams. And Philly's elite. They're not good. They're elite. So no Brian Robinson for me this coming Sunday. Nah. I will not do that. Even though he's the main ball carrier because Antonio Gibson keeps fumbling. So, yeah, nah. He's a sit this week for me. James Conner at the 49ers.
Nope.
Powerful running back.
Sit him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that.
I don't care if you're powerful. No, sit him.
That is a big dude, though, man. Maybe he just looks bigger because he's wearing red, but yeah, that's a big guy, man. But
that's a big dude, but to run into 4 Amazon trucks. No, I'm good.
I'm gonna stay out of. I would stay out of that matchup too. That one might be bad. He had a good week against Dallas, though. He looked good. 98 yards. I think he had a touchdown, but not against the 49ers. What you always say?
None of that.
Ain't gonna be none of that.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Yeah.
All right. What about Khalil Herbert playing the Broncos?
Yep. Just throw him out there.
Okay, so we can't have any confidence in the Broncos defensively.
No.
None at all. Them jokers gave up 70 points.
No, you know what's crazy? I got Justin Fields, and I don't have any confidence in their offense.
I know. Something's got to give. Something got to give.
And honestly, I think it's going to be the defense because I think Justin Fields is going to run all through him.
Really?
He better.
Yeah, you know it's possible.
If he don't, we got to have a talk.
Right. It's weird, man, because I feel like somebody on the Bears is going to have a good game. It could be Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson, Justin Fields, somebody. Because you know the Broncos are not going to give up 70 points and then turn into a lockdown defense. It's just going to give up points. So if I had Khalil Herbert, I would probably start him. All right.
You got this dude.
I have this one too. Derrick Henry playing the Bengals. He got shut down against the Browns.
But it's the Browns.
Right?
Versus the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Bengals are
not the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start Henry though. I'm gonna start Henry. You can't put a dude like that on the bench. It's almost the same mindset when you talk about like Lamar Jackson. You just can't sit certain dudes. So I wouldn't sit him. I mean, I had him. I wish I had sat him against the Browns because it didn't do much. But yeah, he'll definitely be playing against the Bengals. What about Ramondre Stevenson at Dallas? You would start him? I feel like Ezekiel Elliott's gonna have a big game against his old team. Ooh. So I don't know. I don't know how much of the pie is gonna be left for Ramondre Stevenson, but Zeke is gonna be up for that game. There's no way he.
That's true. He's gonna show up 3 hours early.
Yeah. He's gonna be warming up twice as hard. I feel like he's gonna have the marquee game against Dallas. Of everybody on the Patriots offense, I feel like Zeke's gonna be the guy. So Ramondre, I would probably start him, but I would expect maybe like as my RB2, maybe even an RB3. But I don't see RB1 production against the Cowboys. All right. Let's jump down to the wide receivers. Cortland Sutton at the Bears.
Hey,
you don't feel good about him?
This guy, I had him and dropped him, and then he went to catch a touchdown the next week.
He did. I mean, he led the team in targets, right? He had 11 targets, 8 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Not a bad stat line, but can you really trust it?
No.
Yeah, I don't think. I think Not even a wide receiver 3, or you just a straight sit on him on Sutton?
Nah, I throw him at wide receiver 3.
Wide receiver 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. D-Hop at the Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins at the Bengals. Start him too.
Mm-hmm.
That quarterback situation, it seems like it's getting tougher and tougher in Tennessee. So, I mean, that's clearly not the numbers he thought he would be putting up, but he's more, a wide receiver 2 with a wide receiver 1 reputation, but it's definitely a wide receiver 2. Okay. So, yeah, we got D-Hop as a wide receiver 2. What about Mike Evans at the Saints?
I don't know. Him and Marshawn, they be...
Every year, bro.
They be beefing.
He doesn't really have good games against Marshawn Lattimore. And they get into a fight almost every game. So it's the threat of him being kicked out. So it's hard. It's hard to get a gauge on it. I had Mike Evans last year, and seriously, I was like, I can't play him against the Saints because I'm not gonna get much production, and the threat of him getting kicked out is already there. So I don't know. Mike Evans might be a questionable start this week, but I would probably sit him if I had him.
Yeah, I'll sit.
All right. What about Terry McLaurin at the Eagles? I don't like it. I just don't like that situation, man. I don't. And for those that do not know, I say this almost every time we record, Brendan is a huge Eagles fan. It's all about the Eagles with Brendan. So Terry McLaurin, Eagles, you like it?
I'll start him.
You would?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why?
Darius Slay not going to follow.
Right.
Darius Slay getting old. He'll still lock you up. But Darius Slay not going to follow.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, yo, you know what? I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
I'm going on Job's side.
Okay.
Job going to give me 500 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, man, I use the week 3 game to gauge the Eagles defense. And they're really good. So I just, like I said, I'm trying to avoid
the only thing that they have to worry about is that D-line. How long is Sam Howell going to have to throw it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You saw what the Bills did to Sam Howell. They made his life miserable. And I was like, man, there's no way they're going to be able to block the Eagles. So I don't know how McLaurin or the rest of the receiving core is going to do. So, again, that's one of those games, like I said, I'm avoiding the Commanders at the Eagles. I just don't like it. I mean, that's just me, though. Zay Flowers at the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar's main target so far through the first 3 weeks of the season. You play him?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Okay. Wide receiver
2.
Wide receiver 2.
3. 3. Wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 2 potential.
Okay.
Just because of how much you're going to have to run the ball or run out of the pocket. Because if the Browns just blitz him,
oh my God,
he's going to be running all day. But Zay Flowers might run across his field of vision. And he might throw it to him for 5 yards.
He might take it to the house.
Yeah.
All right. So you would start Flowers?
Yes.
Wide receiver 3 with wide receiver 2 potential?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would mess with it. I would mess with it. Like I said, the Browns are on my do not disturb list. All right. So that's good on the wide receivers. What about a few tight ends? Kyle Pitts is at the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Pitts is getting some targets finally.
About time.
Yeah. It's just I think he got a decent matchup against the Jaguars, though.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably start him if I had him. You look at young players, though, him and Najee Harris, those dudes, they deserve to be on different teams because they're just underutilized. It just doesn't look right. But I mean, it seems like they're good teammates. They're just kind of struggling through it. But 5 for 41 on 9 targets, I would probably start him against Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta doesn't throw the ball a whole lot, but it seems like he's going to get his fair share. So I'm okay with starting Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gerald Everett, Chargers tight end.
Mm-hmm.
You would start him?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you have to. To me, we could have put him, we also have like a free agent section. You probably could have put him in the free agent section because you don't think about him a whole lot. But with Mike Williams out for the remainder of the year, those targets got to get distributed somehow. Mm-hmm. It could be with one of the receivers, Quentin Johnson or Joshua Kelly, but it also could be Gerald Everett, the tight end. You just never know. And that offense, that offense that's a pass-happy offense. They throw it a lot. And I think the last point to make, Keenan Allen going to start to get a little bit more coverage coming his way.
Yeah.
The NFL team is not going to continue to allow him to shred them. So Gerald Everett as a tight end, that might be good. It might be good.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Henry at Dallas.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Dallas did look iffy. And Mac Jones liked throwing it to them tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's I'll start him.
You start him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody's got to get it. You right. I was gonna say sit him at first because I feel like it seems like teams with strong linebackers tend to negate
the tight ends.
Tight ends getting their catches, and Dallas has a strong linebacking group. So I was gonna say no, but I think, like you said, it's gonna be some passing yards. Maybe Hunter Henry will get it. I can't see anybody else really getting it. So I think okay, all right, we'll go with you on that one. We'll say we would start him. All right, last one.
You have to start this one.
Sam Laporta.
I told you about him.
Yeah. So I have Laporta, and I finally put him in my lineup last week. He did pretty good, so I'm gonna keep riding with him. He's gonna be out there. 8 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. So I think, like I said a couple weeks ago, he's steadily getting more and more yards every game. So I'm gonna ride with him until that trajectory falls off. But that's a good matchup with the Packers. That's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game. It'll be even better if your boy comes back. Aaron Jones.
Oh,
yeah, you need him back bad. All right, some kickers that might do well for you. Riley Patterson. Detroit's kicker at the Packers. It's a good matchup. It's going to be a lot of kicks for both teams in that game. So Riley Patterson, he's off to a good start. Jake Elliott versus the Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's only touchdown, still put him out there.
It could...
He might get double digits straight off a just straight off of PATs.
So even like you said it perfect. Even if it's just extra points, Jake Elliott's gonna score some points. Same thing with Jake Moody versus the Cardinals, the 49ers kicker. Yeah, he's gonna he get some ice for his leg because there's gonna be a lot of kicks in that one. And then I think the last kicker that has a real good matchup, Harrison Butker at the Jets. The Jets kind of falling off. Their quarterback situation hurts their defense, so it's like Chiefs gonna score a lot of points, I think. So Harrison Butker is definitely in play. And we'll skip down to some of the defenses. I'll let you take the lead. So would you start the Chiefs defense versus the Jets?
Yes.
Absolutely.
As you just said, Jets defense looks shaky. Or Jets entirely just falling off. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
Start the Chiefs defense.
Right. What about the 49ers versus the Cardinals?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That 28 points is not fooling me.
Neon lights. Yeah. Okay.
You dropped 28 last week. You bound to drop back to 2 points.
Yeah, I would definitely start the 49ers defense. Something that might be risky though. Good defense. The Bills playing the Dolphins. We wouldn't play the Bills.
Nope. They just came off of 70 points. I'm good. They might be going for 90.
Their confidence level got to be high.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
How do you prepare?
They dropped 70 without Jalen Waddle.
It could have been more than 70. Yeah, without Waddle. That's a good point, man. Without Waddle, they scored 70 points. How do you prepare for all that speed, man?
No, I'm good. You back up.
Back up.
Play the end zone.
Back. Go back. Get back.
Just go to the end zone.
We talked a little bit about it. Risky starts. Well, what do you think? I say it's risky, but starting the Browns, playing the Ravens?
No. I'll start him.
You start the Browns?
Yeah, I'll start.
Yeah, the Ravens are hurt on the O-line.
Yeah.
And you don't need an unhealthy O-line against the Browns. So.
Yeah, the Browns is one of those defenses, like you said, that you just got to play.
Yeah, you have to play them regardless of the matchup. That game could get sideways, but, with the Ravens are so banged up on the offensive line, I would definitely play the Browns defense. Some free agents. Who do you think the number one free agent in every league is going to be? Devon A-Chain. Every people go wait, stay up tonight or set their alarms to draft this guy. Everybody's trying to get him. He's tough, man. He's tough. Just the plays that he made, against the Broncos, there's no way they can keep him off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. And him and Mostert have a similar background. They both ran track guys. And it shows because he just outran people. But yeah, that's definitely the number one free agent. Definitely. Nathaniel Tank Dell. Tank is his middle name. Sorry, I probably said that kind of weird. Nathaniel Dell, nicknamed Tank Dell, plays for Houston. Good receiver. Had a big game week 3. Stroud is throwing the ball so much that, somebody's going to get it. Yeah, him and Nico Collins, they both eat. So, yeah, Tank Dell is definitely a free agent you should try to get after. Somebody you can put in a bid for and get. And then the last one is Roshan Johnson, running back for the Bears. you got to assume that the Bears are going to be able to run against the Broncos. I can't see it won't be 70-10, obviously, but I can't see them being a run-stopping team just in a week. So I don't know. We'll see. But Roschon Johnson might be worth a look because he was coming on for the Bears. Maybe they should play him. Cool, man. That's the matchups for the week. Let's look at our personal squads and try to get right. So what we do at this point is we look at each of our teams and try to get our start-sits decisions together for our individual teams. So I'll start this week. You went first last week. All right. So this is what I got. Quarterbacks, I got Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. I'm gonna go with Purdy until for the rest of the year. I'm gonna just go with Purdy. I'm not gonna keep agonizing, going back and forth, trying to play the matchups. I think Purdy's in a much more stable situation, so I'm gonna just go with Purdy. My running backs, I got Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson Jr., and Tajay Spears. I picked up Tajay Spears last week because when Nick Chubb got hurt, I got scared. I was like, who's the one guy I can't afford to not have his backup? And it was Derrick Henry. So I picked up Tajay Spears. This week, I think I'm going to roll with Henry and Harris.
Okay.
Just see if I can make it work. They both have better matchups this week. Hopefully the Steelers running game kind of breaks through a little bit. I know they're still trying to make it work, but we'll see. And then my tight ends, I have Darren Waller and Sam Laporta. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to play.
You start both?
Yep. I'm going to start both of them. So I'm going to just go with one wide receiver, 2 running backs, and 2 tight ends. So I'll go with Waller and Laporta. Both of them have good matchups. My other wide receiver, like I was saying, is Jacoby Myers. But I'm not going to mess with that because Garoppolo has a concussion. He may not play. So I'm not messing with Myers this week. I put him on my bench, even though I like him. So Waller and Laporta are going to be my tight ends. Tyler Bass is going to be my kicker, Bills kicker. I don't feel bad about that. And then my defense, the Chiefs, I picked up the Chiefs defense last week because they're playing the Bears, and I was like, that's going to go well. So I got the Chiefs defense playing the Bears last week, then they play the Jets this week. So I feel good about the Chiefs defense. So then on the bench, I'm going to have Dak Prescott, Jacoby Myers, Brian Robinson Jr., like I said, Tajay Spears. So I feel pretty good. I don't really have anything that I'm like pressed about or that I have to bug you about while you playing the video game or anything like that. Who you got?
Quarterbacks, I got Justin Fields and Geno.
Okay.
Who
you gonna start?
I know Fields is done, not the greatest.
No.
But they're playing Denver. They just had 70 dropped on them.
It's like you have to play him. You have to play him. This could be I'm with you. It could be a breakout game.
Could be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start Justin.
Right.
You better go off, Justin. You better go off.
Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah.
Running backs, Javonte Williams. I got Javonte Williams.
Right.
Zach Charbonnet, Aaron Jones.
Right.
Aaron Jones, you better be healthy.
Man, when he comes back, your whole team is going to be different.
Aaron,
your whole team is
you
going to be
better be healthy. We're not doing this.
we need you healthy.
But he's most likely going to be starting.
Nice.
Oh, I can't do. Oh, yeah, I can. We're good. For receivers, I got Diggs, Tutu, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle.
So last week you had Aaron Jones out and Jalen Waddle out.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, you get them injuries back. You nice, but it's all good. It's early.
One of the receivers can't be in the game.
Yeah. So which ones you gonna play?
I don't even know. We will decide that.
Well, Diggs is gonna play.
Oh yeah. Diggs has to play.
Miami and Buffalo, so Diggs is gonna play.
Devontae has to play. They're playing Washington
for sure. And Devontae Smith and AJ Brown.
They alternate weeks.
They do.
They alternate weeks.
Man, I told you when they had that little blow up on the sideline, they come in AJ's way. So this week 4 is Devontae's week. So I'm telling you, I'm saying he's a start. Who else?
I got Joey Sly guy.
The Commanders kicker? Okay.
I might got to get rid of him. He's gone. Tomorrow he's out of there.
You gonna get rid of him? Okay.
He's been iffy anyway.
That's a tough matchup for him. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to keep pace and get a win till you get over some of the injuries. So that kicker could put you over the top. So that's good.
Then the Eagles defense, who might give me 40.
Your Eagles defense might outscore Fields, to be honest with you. They're tough. Yeah, that's a good defense. That was a great pick. When you picked it in the draft, everybody was like, yeah, that was a good one. Good pick.
So the bench,
Uh-huh.
the only one that solidified is Gene. The only two that solidified is Geno and Zach Charbonnet.
Really?
Everybody, Aaron Jones, he most likely will start if he's good. He should be, but if he's good.
I hope he can play.
Yeah.
I hope he can play.
Same with Jalen Waddle. He had a concussion. He should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, they're
usually
good
miss
after
at
a week.
least one game.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Mostly
a good
after
point.
one game, they come back. Or they ask him his zip code. He'll say Batman and he'll be good.
Right.
Other than that, I have no idea.
Really?
None.
Okay, cool. You got any free agents you're looking at?
Will this episode be out by then? Yes, it will. He'll already be on my team. Gerald Everett. He's mine.
You go get Gerald Everett.
Mhm.
You already decided, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I don't think I'm gonna stick with what I got. I'm not gonna pick anybody up this week. I'm gonna just try to roll with it.
Trade Dak.
I could. At some point I probably will. It depends. I gotta look up Purdy's bye week. Because I was thinking the exact opposite. I think Dallas's bye week is week 7. So I was like, I could just play Purdy that week,
Or-
but now I'm gonna flip it. What?
If Dak starts turning up, you can trade Purdy. You get more for Purdy than you will for Dak.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what I'm doing for Geno right now. I just hope Geno go off again so I can trade him.
Right.
That's all I'm hoping for.
Right.
I can put him and Tutu in the combo.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just got to see where it shakes out at. I think it depends on Purdy's bye week. But like I said, I think he's my most solid option at quarterback. I don't get all that up and down stuff, so we'll see. But yeah, that's how I'm going to roll. Yeah, that's cool, man. I think we're good. We good? You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, sweet. Well, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Me and Brendan doing something a little different this year, and actually it's been really fun. So we're on Instagram Live on Sunday mornings at like 11:30. So you can log on, ask a start-sit question, or just hang out with us and get some vibes on fantasy football. So that's been real fun. I really enjoy that. So that's been cool. So like I said, Instagram Live, 11:30 in the morning on Sundays. We'll see you soon. Have a good week.
Peace.